CEP 817, Design Thinking Mode. Test. Design thinking is a strategy for problem solving using a process such as d.school's design modes. The d.school has put together an overview of their most used tools and their bootcamp bootleg to help support design thinking. The design modes consist of empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Testing is the chance to refine our solutions and make them better. The test mode is another iterative mode in which we placed our low-resolution artifact in the appropriate context of the user's life. Prototype is if you know you're right, but test is if you know you're wrong. Why should we test our designs? To refine our prototypes and solutions, to learn more about our user, to test and refine our point of view. How should we test our designs? Let your user experience the prototype, have them talk through their experience, actively observe, and follow up with questions. My problem of practice was redesigning the SAT macro for the Office of Admissions. In this situation, I tested by taking notes while observing the user operating it and interviewing after through a questionnaire. How did I do this? I worked with the main user, Sandy, to test the macro. I sat with Sandy and took notes observing her running the macro. I supplied support when asked, but let Sandy freely explore the macro's functionality. After testing was complete, I interviewed Sandy by having her complete a questionnaire and returned it to me. I reviewed my observation notes and questionnaire, returned to prototyping, and adjusted the macro code per Sandy's request. I retested the macro with Sandy and re-interviewed her to ensure the changes were correct. While thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, emotions cannot be observed directly, they can be inferred by paying careful attention to various clues like body language, tone, and choice of words. By observing users, you may discover things you never expected before. Some of the most powerful realizations come from noticing a disconnect between what someone says and what he or she does. The way the user interacts and the choices they make can highlight what works correctly and what may need to be retooled. It is important to remember to try and minimize your bias and to ask questions to clarify a user's thoughts or to describe their chosen action. Interviewing users after testing allowed me to extract information from the user experience in regards to the macro's usability and functionality. As the Interaction Design Foundation explains, user interviews are a cheap and easy way to get data. However, it is important to bear in mind that there are limitations to this technique and you may discover what people say they do rather than what they actually do. Because of this, I combined interviewing with observation to help fill in any gaps in the user feedback. After testing was complete, I reviewed my notes and user feedback questionnaire. I followed up with users. I learned what worked and what didn't. I revisited prototyping, retested, and re-interviewed my user.